My room is unbelievably messy right now. I'm very glad you can't see it. I have a problem. I had this amazing, wonderful, elaborate, ambitious plan to make an entire YouTube channel, have like 5 videos that I make entirely fully first, and then post them all at once on multiple different channels. I was making the scripts for them, I was writing things out, I was speaking on my art design and my, brand and theme for what my channel and website and whole aesthetic, theme, brand, whatever it was gonna look like. I was going through a lot and doing a lot to make it happen. And in my opinion, it was a pretty good plan. I think if I were to go through with it with a little bit more knowledge and experience, then I would be able to be, somewhat successful and have fun doing it. Now, I'm going to tell you why that's a bad thing, but first, let me go through my origin story. See, a big part of my life was a little over a year ago now at the time of making this, when my parents found out that I was doing and saying some not so beautiful things on the internet and having some friends that were pretty bad influences on me. Now, being the oldest, I was sort of the compliant child. I was very obedient in everything I was saying and doing around them, and they trusted me a lot. They gave me a lot of trust and a lot of free reign to do a lot of things they wouldn't let my siblings do. But that night when my dad found my Chromebook, looked through it, and my Discord messages and stuff, he found a lot of stuff that I wouldn't wish upon anybody for their parents to find out about them. Because I hope you're not doing it in the first place. But one thing that I had from that old life of mine was Scratch. I had quite a big fan base on there, I've been following. Okay, maybe not, but I had a lot of friends on there, that's what really counts, right? I went by the name Deep Dish Games, and I posted teenager stuff. I was never really that interested in coding, but Scratch was kind of fun. And I've always loved art. I've always loved doing art. I love art. You see this? That was on my wall somewhere. I made this. I don't do painting very often. That was the kind of a one-time thing I did at a church retreat. Look, it's my spider Sona. He's based off of a jumping spider. I love jumping spiders. Jumping spiders are like my favorite. He's based off a peacock jumping spider. Speaking of jumping spiders, that's what my Roblox character looks like, and I don't play Omari, but that's Kel. Those weren't the greatest examples, but shut up. But yeah, one thing that I do miss about that old life and the things I was doing back then was Scratch. Is where I first made a lot of my online friends, some of which I still am in contact with today. And yeah, just looking back on all the things I made on Scratch, revisiting my profile and, things I put out there, even if they weren't very good, even if they weren't that good, they were like test demos or, random sketches and drawings and crap I would never, they were still creations. I was still making things. And now, at the point in my life I am at right now, that is unheard of for me. The last big, important, relevant thing that I've actually created and put out there for people to see was Dreaming with Jesus. I made illustrations for this book. It was written by Miss Ilya Hagen. It's a children's Christian-based bedtime story. It's on Amazon, you can go get it. Which, that is pretty crazy. Illustrating for a kid's book, not everyone can say they've done that, but still, that was a while ago. My point is, I don't really create anymore, and that scares me. Looking back at my Scratch account shows me that I am capable of thinking of something, sitting down, creating it, finish creating it, and putting it out there for the world to see, and being done with it. I can drop it, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. Which, once again, at this point that I am at in my life, seems impossible. So just proof that I'm able to create and do anything as someone who is right now very apathetic and kind of just sits around and doesn't do anything all day. It's a pretty wild feeling, and having the proof right there, seeing it, it's inspiring. I'm not saying I want to go back to doing Scratch stuff, so if you're here and you've, been my friend on Scratch and you were hoping to see me make a big return, I don't think I will ever do that, and if I do, it's just to tell everyone that I'm not dead. But what I am saying is that I want to create again. I want to sit down, make something, finish making that thing, put it out there, and be done. So that's what this video is. It is proof to myself that I can make something, and a dare to my future self to keep making things. So back to the big YouTube plan. I originally had that plan. I was going to write scripts, animate, and everything. But it took so much time, and I am not a very patient person, and I get distracted very, very easily. I have like one script done, and I've started animating for it, but yeah, no, it's taking too long, and at this point, I feel like I just need to put something out there, you know? Just a little while back, I posted a short. I can't remember what it's called, but I had a little cube of my OC with his face on it, and I was crushing it, and like, rah. And it got like a surprising amount of views for like the first few minutes that I put out there. I think it got up to like 1,000 views, which is crazy for me, especially for the first few minutes of being released. And I know it's because it's a short and it was just getting on people's feeds, but still, it was just so cool to see something out there. So I want to do that again. I want to get back into YouTube. I want YouTube to be my next Scratch. I want to use it to bring me out of this apathy that I've been just sitting in for so long. So that's the point of this video. I am sitting down with my phone and a microphone that I've had for years, and I am making something. I am recording myself talking about things. I am going to edit this and publish it. And whether it gets 2 views or 2 million views, I don't care. I've made something, and that's what matters. Another reason I'm making this video is to encourage you, the viewer, to also do what I'm doing. If you want to create, or even if you just need a way out of the life you're living right now, I encourage you to just try creating something. It doesn't have to be beautiful. It doesn't have to be amazing. It doesn't have to be like, look at what I'm doing right now. It doesn't have to be this crazy, big, ambitious plan where you write all these scripts or you draw all these things, you animate all these things. Just sit down with a camera or a pencil and paper and just create. Sit down with FL Studio, sit down with a piano, sit down with a book, just do something. I'm encouraging you not to make a plan of what you're gonna do, but just to do it. Don't think, just act, just create something, and I promise you, no matter what it is, it will be worth it. So yeah, I think it's time that I introduce myself to you guys one last time. My name is Lima, and you're watching Deep Dish Inc. I love art. I love animation. I love making things. It's what I've always been good at, and it's what I've always been inspired by and loved. I am on here talking to you for the sake of creation. I need to create, and I feel like that's what I've been made for. It's what I've been called to do. I don't know what this channel is going to be like, but I hope you stick around for it. And with that in mind, God bless, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Man, I have work in the morning. It is late.